Hey guys, how you doing? And well, if you look at the background footage, here's something to cheer you up. This was recorded on April the 8th. This is the video of, the solar eclipse. This is recorded the same day that I uploaded that really bad April the 8th video, which honestly, if it weren't for historical purposes, I would probably unlist it, but that's a really mean thing to do, to get rid of history, to get rid of, you know, a video, even though it's so embarrassing. Like, why did I waste my first face reveal on that awful shitty video? But that's something else. So it's been 3 weeks, nearly a month since I last made a video, and well, the good news is that, hey, look, it's my first edited video, or more or less the first video I actually want to edit. I don't want to talk about the other video, that February 29th video we don't discuss, but this is the first video that I've ever planned to edit. So you got your wish, whoever asked for edited content, because, well, here it is. The first ever edited video I made, or yeah, just the first. So, where have I been? Not very fun places, right? Let's start with some light news. So, the whole emulation thing, the thing that I was so into. Well, that's what I've been. That's what I was doing during the first break before I made that really bad emulation video. I took a little break from the Super Mario OCD run because, oh, I just got this new fancy emulator. I might as well use it. And well, I was using it, getting so frustrated and angry. And yeah, then I made the video. I got that immediately solved after I did that too. So yeah, but it's like every single time I fix something, a new problem happens, and it just does it yet again. Oh, I got this, but now I got to get the cheats to work. Oh, I got the cheats to work, but now how do I implement the right cheat? Oh, how do I transfer cheat from different game to different console? But that's nothing. So uh, I think the day after, no, it was like the like nearly 2 or 3 weeks. Like, no, if I record this video tomorrow, it would have been 2 or 3 weeks since I last recorded my video. So, you want to know what happened during that entire time? And is this okay? Can you still hear me? Sorry, my thing's acting a bit funky. I might just charge this real quick while that's going on. So much for the first edited video. More like first edited shitio, but yeah, so not having that much fun of a time because of reasons. So, hmm. Yeah, if you can still hear me, that would be nice. But yeah, so I'm just wondering if you can still hear me. Okay, so I'm gonna cut for a break right now, and well, I guess I'll test breaking. So I'm gonna do an audio cut. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, sorry for the audio cut. I had to check to make sure that the microphone was there. It's been so long since I recorded my voice that I needed to check in because. Okay, so, well, I mean, I'm still here, And well, I guess I'm still making these stupid rookie mistakes, and I'm still, leaving everything in for the audience, even though that you probably don't want to hear this, but you heard me ramble long enough. So, why was I gone for 3 weeks? So, that Thursday I was talking about, um, I just got new pills because for like the past 3 or 4 years, I had this prescriptionist that like see like once every week now, I think. I don't know. I see her a lot, and she obviously changes my medicine a lot because I have a lot going on with me. I don't want to name everything, but to say the least, it's not having fun. Well, okay, I'll name some of them. Like um I have depression, anxiety, ADHD, typical teenager things. Oh, yeah, OCD, but there's some more, but you don't need to know that. That's a little too much personal information. But so just letting you know that I've been having to take a lot of medicine. I can't even keep track of them all. But so I was taking this new one that was supposed to help. I think was supposed to help my depression. I'm not 100% sure because they keep changing left, right, and yeah. So I took, but she increased the pills. Now, because for the last week or so, I was so focused on getting the emulation done that not only was I not noticing my YouTube channel, I wasn't even noticing my uh, what the side effects of medicine was. So the day she increased it from like she doubled it, I had a really bad anxiety attack, like really bad depression / anxiety attack that night. It was awful. It was like full on hell. And the next day I was like, what caused that? What caused that? That was Friday. And I was just wondering what caused that awful anxiety break that I've never had. Like, I'm trying to think any other time I had something like that. The closest I can think of was when I was in Europe because I used to go to Europe a lot because I have relatives there, and then like maybe this one time that I went to the hospital because I made a suicide joke back in ninth grade, and that got them like iffy. So I went to the hospital, and ironically enough, me going to that hospital was actually way worse for me mentally because I felt so much worse there than I did before. So another healthcare joke for you there, but yeah, so it was feeling really awful after that, but it was good for me because I learned some other dysfunctional things about me, other things I need to worry about, but still did not have a fun time there. But this anxiety attack, oof, yeah, it was bad. So Friday comes, wondering what the fuck happened. Um, you can't really remember what happened during the Friday day. So during the night, I took the pills again because I thought, oh well, maybe if I take them again, and then nothing might happen. Maybe it was just something else happened, and it was even worse. It got it got so bad that was the first time in my entire life I had suicide thoughts. Yes, it was that bad. I may have joked about it once or twice before, and obviously, like I said, that was how I got to the hospital because I made a suicide joke in class. But no, that was real. Like I was hitting my head against pillows. I couldn't even stay in one room for long because I just couldn't. It was physically attacking me, and there's more, but I don't really want to get into. It's already pretty personal, obviously, but you can really tell just how bad, like how much I just wanted to get the pills out of my system. And so that's what I did. The day after, I got took all the pills out, and well, from what I remember, it was just like Yeah, so one problem is that I'm a night owl, and it was that day that I really wanted to change that, like, because since I have a lot of plans to do, and with this YouTube channel, with college, with driving, all that other stuff, um, I got I got to change my schedule around. So I've been trying to become a day person because all of the worst attacks happen during the night. Those two attacks and some others have o- pretty much all. I won't say always happen during the night. They definitely happen during the day, but it's more noticeable during the night because, well, yeah. I mean, science says night makes you more sadder, even though I'm more awake during the night. Hell, I'm even recording this right now at 11. And if you're wondering, those depression attacks happened around like 12 ish. So, but the good news is, I took those pills out of my system. So I've had no real bad anxiety attacks, or I call them depression attacks because it's literally like it. Because I felt the chemical imbalance in my brain. Like my brain felt like a giant weight, and yeah, I can physically feel it. Like even when I wasn't thinking of anything, I could feel it, and it was affecting me so badly. But anyways, to continue on, so the following day I took those pills. I still have the other pills because I've had them long before I got those ones, so I know they don't affect me. Just only those pills. But the problem was, apparently, they were the replacement depression pills because we're obviously mix and matching, trying to see what's better. Because apparently before I wasn't the super best, but it was nowhere near as bad as it was before. So yeah, I had no depression pills. So while I didn't have another extremely violent depression attack for the next week, I was just so depressed, so not willing to do anything. I mean, I was able to survive Saturday night. Like I was able to stay up all night without having to worry about that, which I guess was good. But that was just because I was playing Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, and to go on something else, I'm sorry. I don't feel like doing Super Mario 64 OCD run. I don't feel like doing that, and so for the time being, there isn't going to be a part 3. So like the last video I made was the first video I ever got dislikes on, like 2 dislikes and 1 like. Yeah, I know YouTube's BS with the whole "oh, you can't see the dislikes." Well, who the fuck cares? Dislikes are just as important as likes. Let you know, Connie. And I'm assuming the people that are disliking the video were either people that were like ultra enthusiastic emulating guys, which now that I think about it, that video is probably, well, it's not the most viewed video. It's probably the one that got the most views recently. But I'm thinking the other reason why is just it's people that wanted to see the OCD run, which I just don't have the energy to do. But I'll go back. So I'm sorry that I asked those questions. Although, if anything, I'm kind of glad I it was Super Mario 64. All those other options would have been really long ass games, and I don't think I just would have had the time to sit down and play through all of them because ADHD. Yeah, and also focusing on other things like editing, which guess what I'm now doing. But yeah, to get back on track topic. So for that week, I was so depressed. Just I just wanted to get out of it because it was so bad. So the pills I was taking, apparently I was supposed to eat calories with it, which I was doing. I was eating food. So yes, I had to eat food during the night in order for the medicine to work. Weird ass medicine. I don't know what it is because I don't. There's so many pills I just can't keep track of them. I mean, obviously, I'm able to keep as much track of them to have them, but like still, like it's a blur for me to even remember the names of them. I just only remember like the shape, but whatever. So yeah, I have those, and yeah. So I've been so I was overeating the 2 nights I got them because, oh well, I'm a night person. I might as well over snack because I only have like one big lunch during the day. I know, not the best. That's not here or there to talk about it, but I think that might have been one of the reasons why I got super depressed. So for the next week, I was really depressed. Saturday, I managed to survive, but it wasn't the greatest. I was just more shivering and like coping with how bad Friday night was because you don't know how bad Friday night was. Sunday, I decided to have a donut because there was this really good place. Um, Not where I live, but like if you ever go to Cape Cod, look for this place called Duke's. They have really good donuts, but whatever. Eh. So yeah, I'm just letting you know that it's pretty good. But whatever. I had a donut and oof, I felt terrible Sunday. Not Thursday through Friday bad, but still just terrible. Monday I don't remember much of. Tuesday was also kind of bad because that was the day I saw my life coach, and he was just saying, "Oh well, if yeah, don't say for your thoughts, like because I was telling him that." Oh, he was a Polish guy. That, by the way, that made that one joke. Oh, he's the Polish guy, but yeah, whatever. He said that I should like not think his thoughts. So like, yeah, I'm depressed, whatever. Instead of saying, why am I so depressed? Say, yeah, I'm depressed, whatever. Tried that, didn't work because, well, another analogy I use is that it's like there's this massive tidal wave, this massive ocean. And unfortunately, I'm not Dutch, so I don't know how to keep the walls up. But if I can, for like, if I just let my mind off something for 1 second, or hell, even doing it, it cracks, floods again, and then I have to build up so much effort to keep that wall up. One tiny blink, and it crumbles down. Yeah. Out of all of the places that my parents come from, why could it not been the Netherlands? Yeah, but so yeah, it was this massive tidal wave. Just felt it sloshing in my head, and it and then like whenever I already said this before. Sorry if I repeat things so much. It's one of those things. I have a fear that, oh, I said something and then you're not gonna get it or whatever. I hate that. I wish I could stop repeating myself, but yeah. So, and the thing is, I still kind of feel that now, but we'll get to that. So, I tried to follow what he said, didn't help. So Wednesday, somebody that I knew that they've been helping with these videos a lot. Um, yeah, so she's a good friend of mine. She helps a lot with the videos. She decided to take me to a zoo, and no, not a zoo. It was way too hot on Wednesday. An aquarium, and I was feeling okay-ish there. Okay, not the greatest, not the worst. There are some interesting animals there, and apparently the zoo I went to was really old. I mean, there's like a seal outside, and like I said, it was okay. I think there was like a group of kids there that were on a tour, and there was this. I just remember that there were these people there that are speaking French, and it was like the first time in my entire life I heard that. It was like, "Oh, papa," it was like the most stereotypically thing like that, and it's just so weird. Like basically, I've almost never heard somebody here speaking a different language. Well, maybe besides Spanish, but that's mostly just my like other people. But still, like never out in public. But that's completely off topic. Yeah. So and then like when I came back, I felt worse. I guess because like depression is a loneliness thing because for the last year I've just been recovering because in case you don't didn't in case I didn't tell you already, I graduated high school about a year ago now. Jeez, it's June or whatever. So I decided that I needed to take a break because I hate being in an environment that I have no control over. That was so bad about school. Like looking back, there was a lot of nice people at school. Like I think I've only had one or two teachers I didn't like. Actually, the one teacher that I think I 100% didn't like was back in the second grade because I remember I won. That was the year I went on a trip to Spain, and by the time she came back, I just remember saying, "Well, I missed when you were gone because everything was quiet without you." I can't remember it exactly, but yeah, that was the only teacher I think I ever didn't like. But all the other teachers I liked. In fact, sometimes I preferred the teachers over the students, and pretty much every other student was nice too. So, really, I have nothing against the staff or the students there. It's just I hate how the structure of school is. I can't be in an environment I have no control over, which is another thing am a bit stressing about college. But I heard it's not that bad, and I see it's not that bad, so it's not that. But I've been in this depressive slump doing nothing, and it's just yeah. I mean, a year without doing nothing, and it's the worst part is you're just telling yourself, "Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do my YouTube channel. I got to do my YouTube channel. I haven't done it since 2020." Well, it took all the way until nearly the 4 year anniversary. Oh, the 1 year anniversary to continue that joke, which that was all the way back in February. So debate whether or not if you want to call this a new channel or not because technically it isn't because not only did I made this channel back in 2020 February leap day but also the two first videos but I quit that because that was right before the pandemic and that was freshman year that the pandemic first happened. So actually, that suicide joke I make was back in December. So that was like a month or two before I made my first video. So it was happening around the same time. Yeah, it was happening around the same time, and that was with a teacher that I didn't hate, but she wasn't my favorite. That was my English teacher. Like, okay, funny story. The day like I switched my English teachers, I did because I didn't like her uh, for reasons. I mean, she's not my least English favorite teacher. There was another one that was like I don't want to get into. I really didn't like her, but yeah. So I switched it to a different English teacher, and I saw her for 1 day, and she gave me a book. She just finished a book. It was How to Kill a Mockingbird, and I can't remember the name of the book we got. We were doing different books because apparently I was reading Persepolis that comic book of like an Iranian girl during the Iranian Revolution because like it's funny my school it could be a whole different topic like about the fact that like ever since seventh grade my school has been putting heavy hitter books on us like oh congratulations you just entered the seventh grade you want to read this book about the really awful things the Koreans were doing to the recently liberated to the Japanese in recently liberated Korea, I swear, some of the things that the Koreans were doing in there are pretty Japanese. Like the book is called Out of the Bamboo Groove. And I think I actually met the author like a year after. I have a photo of her on my phone because I met her in real life because she was doing tour or was in this school. And I remember because I didn't know how to tie my shoes back then. I do now. She said, "Why don't you tie your shoes?" Because I saw someone die from tripping. She's old and I think unfortunately she's dead, but still, like I don't want to get into it, but there is this like one chapter where the Koreans were like taking some of the Japanese girls out, and if they noticed they were girls, they would literally go out and rape them, which is a pretty Japanese thing to do. So yeah, it's just funny. Like that's a great way to just dehumanize the crimes by saying, "Oh wow, you did those things. That's awfully insert your enemy here." But that's a completely different topic. I was just lighting it up quote unquote lighting up by just telling you the amount of like th- like fucked up things my school forced us to read, because it's a whole different discussion, and this kind of relates to what I was going to say. But like, I remember in 8th grade, like we were doing we were, where I live, there's like two different high schools. I won't name them, but they really wanted to go to one because a lot of people are going to the other. I decided to go to the one they want to, and there was three options for the 8th graders. One of them was art thing. I don't know how many people did that. Then there was like this guy that came in. I think he was Cambodian. He was talking about the Cambodian genocide. Like, he was getting all the kids hyped up. Hey, do you want to learn about this? And that was what most kids chose. I chose Model UN because that was the third option, and I was the only kid that chose Model UN. And the best part is, since I was the only middle schooler there, the rest was high schoolers, and we were doing like World Hunger or something like that. This is 2019, I think. So 2018, 2019. And so we were doing all the different countries. I got Peru, which is kind of funny because, I'm Spanish. That's a colony of ours, whatever. So I got Peru, and they were discussing all the countries, and one of them was North Korea, like some others, like, and one of them the USA. But the North Korean kid was like, "Oh, you should join us, and then you can like all on your team or something like that." And everybody but me decided to go with the North Korean. And it says, "Oh, well, we're gonna nuke Peru." And yeah, I was the only kid that opposed that. I was the only kid taking it seriously. So it's just funny that the 8th grader, the middle schooler, was the one taking Model UN seriously. So hey, to all those Peruvians out there, well, there's a world where you stood up to the evils of the Kim regime. Take pride in that. That would be actually really cool if I got more people from different geographies. Like, if you're from Peru, comment down below and tell me how you feel. And also, I'm trying to learn Spanish, so if you have any tips, do that. But yeah, so, and the reason why I wanted to talk about that was because the day that I switched my teachers to the different English teacher, I got the new I got a book, and I think it was called The Killing Fields or something like that. It was probably one of my favorite books, my English books that an English teacher gave forced us to read. And the day after that, the pandemic hit. So yeah. And so during the pandemic, I was reading that book for chapters and chapters, and it was really good. It was in this broken English intentionally because it was in the perspective of a Cambodian during the during the takeover. Yeah, it was just, I have fond memories of the pandemic. Like, even during 2021, before, I had fond memories of the pandemic because I had stuff like that going on. Uh, but yeah, I just thought that would brighten the mood up a bit because I'm pretty sure hearing somebody say that they had suicidal thoughts for the first time in their entire life, and just how awful it was for their mental health. Yeah, it's hard. So maybe that brightened you up. But yeah, so now that we've pushed that back, Thursday comes, and it's been a week since I had no depression. That I had no depression medicine. So this is, I think, I don't know, like a week ago or something like that. I'm not sure. So that day, I finally got a new medicine. But the problem is, it takes time. So the next couple of days, I was feeling iffy. I think I went to a party because one of the neighbors, that they always throw parties. It's funny, like, yeah, it's like, they're Irish and we're British. Throw Boxing Day. We throw Boxing Day parties. They throw um New Year's Eve parties. It's something. But yeah, so I was there for a party. I was I was watching All Quiet on the Western Front remake there, and I left at around the scene where the German guy kills the American, and they're just prolonging him going. So it's kind of a scene to leave the movie on because it's literally at the halfway mark. So yeah, no spoilers for past that, for that remake of the movie in the 30s. Yeah, like whatever. So I was doing that, and I can't really remember what happened. Monday was like something. The rest of the week has been okay. It's just still me recovering, and then today, Wednesday, a day tomorrow. Um, Yesterday, I think I increased the pills yet again. We were going to do that, but I had a massive loss of appetite. The pills I had a massive loss of appetite, so we were afraid to increase it. But we now increased it, but it's only been a day. And the worst part is, after all this time, I still feel worse than when I made my last video. Granted, around the time I made the video that I made before this one, before I went on my 3 week vacation, just break, it was pretty bad. I was so angry. I was so focused on the emulation. But after the Thursday, after that massive mental breakdown, I decided, you know what? No, I'm not going to bother emulating. And so for an entire week, I didn't focus on it because my God, I needed to get my mental health together. So I was playing nothing. The only game I was really playing during that entire time was Sticker Star because I just wanted to, play it because I heard so many bad reviews. I'm on chapter 3. I like trying to get the Wiggler parts because I fucking blew my mind when I learned that it was missable content. And I was doing the secret doors. I have mixed feelings on the game if I ever to talk about it, but I do have another video coming up that is going to be about a game that has reviews kind of similar to Sticker Star, but unlike Sticker Star, that is a game I'll not only defend but claim it's the best in its series. But I'll talk a little bit more after I ramble a bit more because this is just a rant on all that's been going on. And yeah, so just kind of TLDR, I've been going through some really fucking hard things, mental things, just through a massive slum from no fault of my own. Just literally, who would have known taking the wrong medicine could fuck you up so hard? But yeah. And before, yes, this is the first time this ever happened. So, and I've been seeing the prescriptionist and everything for like 3 or 4 years. So nothing about that. Just this is the first time we were trying a completely different pill. Right? Let that through, okay? But yeah, so it's just been going through a lot. No, I feel like there's something else. Before I get on to the next topic, I feel like there's something else, but I can't put my mind on it. Um, I guess just asking if you like me rambling on about completely different subjects. Like, did that whole school ramble thing make you feel better or worse? Just dragging this video on. I guess I just really would love a lot of feedback. Like, do you like how long this video had? Like, short. Like, what parts do you hate? I would love criticism because growing a community that not only loves me but loves me so much to point out the flaws that I need to fix would be so great. But yeah. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for a lot of things. I mean, I say sorry a lot. I'm a Canadian. Oh boy, I'm Canadian. Whatever. But eh. But I say sorry for a lot of things, but I'm sorry for two things. I'm sorry for the break. I'm sorry I didn't inform you. And I'm sorry in advance because I'm the Super Mario OCD run is going on hiatus. So for those that want a part 3, I'm sorry. You've seen the mental state I'm in right now, and believe it or not, those unedited videos of me playing a game actually take some effort to do because I need to get in the right mood and everything to play the game. So, yeah. But do not fret. I have one other video in the making. Well, kind of in the making that I'm planning on doing. And we'll see what it goes afterwards. And it's going to be another edited video like this. And I promise you, it's going to be a way more lighthearted. And, it's going to probably get more views. I don't know. I can't predict, but I'm pretty sure it's going to get more views than this one because it'll stir up a conversation for sure. But there's more in my mind. I think there's more in my mind, but I can't think of anything. So I guess that's good for you. Um, the only other thing I can think of is that this was recorded. The background footage was like I think I told this before, but it was recorded like the same day I made that really awful April the 8th video that I really hate making, really hate made. But yeah, so let me know. Do you think I should? No, I probably shouldn't delete it. Although maybe unlisting it and making it a separate playlist would be better. But even still, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't want things to lose content. But I remember when the video was made, the background footage of the solar eclipse. Where I lived, we didn't get to see the entirety, only 90%, which granted is more than what most people did. I had to take the solar glasses and put it on top of my phone, so that's why it's really shaking a lot in the recording because yeah, it was trying to keep the like um sunglasses on with the moon on the phone. It was something, but it's been that was in April. And I remember at one point during that, I was checking my 3DS to check, and I saw the Wi-Fi was still working. But apparently, that was because the Wi-Fi servers shut down at 4 p.m. Western Standard Time, not Eastern Standard Time, like in the Pacific. And around this time was actually 3 or 4 o'clock. But granted, I live on the East Coast, so the servers were still running, but they're definitely not now. But since I'm getting the emulation, or even better, if I can find it on my 3DS, I could probably still get a way to do it if I really want to play online with that. But I'm probably going to speed up the video, the background footage, or at least most of the other segments. And sorry in advance if it looks really wonky, like it going super fast or even being choppy if I do cut some parts out. And I'm also removing the audio there, but don't worry, it's nothing, you're not going to miss much. It's just me saying, even in the original audio, I would have asked to move it. But hey, I like being behind the scenes. I like being up in front with everything. So that way you don't have to ask me, oh, what was your thoughts making this or that? Well, there you go. Now you know my thoughts. I'm going through a lot, guys. I'm trying to smile, but the smile doesn't take the pain away. So, yeah. I think that's all. Just going through a lot. Okay. So, if you have any idea to help me get, I think I'm getting better. I'm I'm not as bad as I was 2 weeks ago, but still, I haven't fully recovered yet, and I just want to. So, yeah. And I'm being 100% sincere. I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm being sincere. I would really hate it if people would call this manipulative, but it's just I'm going through so much, right? But yeah, okay. I think that's enough of me rambling. I'm gonna go. Is there anything else you want me to do? Okay, I'm talking to a fictional audience here, but yeah.